In the world of hip-hop, NBA YoungBoy has been making waves with his unique style and honest lyrics. Meanwhile, the movie Menace2Society is a gritty portrayal of life on the streets that has garnered critical acclaim and is considered a hood classic.
The gun!
In this video essay, we'll explore these parallels further to better understand these works' significance and its effect on contemporary culture. Before we get into it, I wanted to give you an intro.
Once upon a time, there was a lovely princess.
Nah, I'm just playing. Menace2Society begins with a scene in which the main character Kane is in a convenience store with his friend O-Dog.
We at the motherfucking party, niggas. I'm on my favorite.
O-Dog gets into an argument with a Korean store owner over a bottle of malt liquor and ends up shooting and killing him.
Hey, what the motherfucking video say?
YoungBoy's story begins with him wrestling as a toddler, leaving him with a broken neck, head brace, and a quarter-sized dent in his head. Now, if this ain't the story of a menace, I don't know what is. This man came out with Black Air Force energy. Life on the streets is a harsh reality that many people face and is no different for NBA YoungBoy and the protagonist Kane of Menace2Society. Both individuals have experienced the struggles that come with living in impoverished neighborhoods where drug, violence, and crime are rampant. The streets can be unforgiving, and those who are not careful can easily fall victim into its dangers. For NBA YoungBoy, growing up in Baton Rouge was not easy. He witnessed violence and crime at a young age and was forced to grow up quickly. His music reflects his experience on the streets as he raps about his struggles with poverty, family issues, countless run-ins with the law. But despite his success as a rapper today, he still faces legal troubles due to his past and current involvement in criminal activity. Similarly, Menace2Society's protagonist Kane also grew up in a rough neighborhood where drugs and gangs were prevalent. His story is one of survival as he navigates through the streets while trying to make ends meet. Like NBA YoungBoy, Kane's story highlights the harsh realities of life on the street. For NBA YoungBoy, his affiliation with gangs landed him in jail multiple times before he turned 20 years old. The earth is spinning faster these days, and I keep forgetting this man is only 23 years old. I gotta respect the grind he's put in so far. Because I mentioned YoungBoy's age, I'll let you know that Kane is 18 and his friend O-Dog is 15. In perspective, Kane is 1 year older than YoungBoy before he blew up. However, there are also differences between NBA YoungBoy's life and Menace2Society's storyline when it comes to their relationship with women. NBA YoungBoy's music videos and social media, he often portrays himself surrounded by women who adore him, showering him with gifts, cars, and jewelry like every other rapper these days. That boy loved his mama almost as much as he loved putting his hands on his spouse. But I digress. On the other hand, women play a less significant role in Menace2Society. They're often seen as an object of desire or as victims of violence that occurs in the movie, basically to dramatize the movie.
Check this out, man. I got these burgers, man. They some double cheeseburgers. Nigga, I just ate them.
In hindsight, they probably should have added a I got some cutty scene like they had in ATL.
I ain't gonna lie. I got some cutty last night.
There was just nothing that made me care about the main character and his love interest in the movie. Regardless, life on the street is a harsh reality that both NBA YoungBoy and Menace2Society's protagonists have experienced firsthand. Both individuals have faced similar struggles such as poverty, gang activity, and run-ins with the law. Despite these differences, their experience on the street serve as a reminder of how difficult it can be to escape poverty. Relationships and family dynamics. Relationships and family dynamics are a significant aspect of both the life of NBA YoungBoy and the movie Menace2Society. In the case of NBA YoungBoy, his upbringing was tumultuous, to say the least. Growing up in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, he had to deal with an absent father and mother who struggled with drug addiction. Similarly, in Menace2Society, we see how relationships and family dynamics can have a profound impact on one's life's choices. The main character, Kane, is raised by his grandparents after his father was killed in a drug deal and his mother was strung out on drugs. However, despite his grandparents' love for him, they were unable to shield him from the harsh realities of life in South Central LA.
Get the fuck out! Break yourself, nigga!
Kane's environment is rife with violence and drugs and what ultimately leads him down a dangerous path.
wipe the floor with your little skinny ass.
Both NBA YoungBoy and Kane also struggle with their relationships with women throughout their respective stories. NBA YoungBoy's music video and lyrics, we can see how he grapples in issues such as infidelity, heartbreak that seem to stem from his upbringing. Here's a few examples that I found in his music of how the women were basically driving him crazy. Similarly, in Menace2Society, we see how Kane struggles to maintain a healthy relationship with women due to the violence around him. In one scene, a man threatens a woman with a gun during an argument, and in another, a woman is shot and killed during a drive-by in the movie. Basically, every woman around them is kinda in danger at some point, but you know, that's the life that NBA YoungBoy and the characters in Menace2Society live.
Kane, for what? You man enough to take a life, you ain't man enough to take care of one?
However, while both NBA YoungBoy have faced significant challenges when it comes to relationships and family dynamics, there's also a noticeable difference between the two. For instance, while NBA YoungBoy music often glorifies violence as a means of survival in tough environments like Baton Rouge, Menace2Society takes a more nuanced approach by showing the consequences that these actions have on one's individual life. There's a few scenes that show this. One, there's a character that's beaten to death with a bottle. Another, a drive-by shooting where a child is killed as an innocent bystander. And another one where a gang shootout happens and multiple characters are killed, not even the ones that they were shooting at. Crazy enough, digging through YoungBoy's long history of legal issues, I did find that he had a similar crime where he jumped out of his vehicle and opened fire on a group of people in the Baton Rouge street. But he was ultimately charged with aggravated assault with a firearm, and one bystander was killed. I'm just reading through it. His lawyer's good. That's all I know. Furthermore, while both characters come from difficult backgrounds, NBA YoungBoy's story is one that triumphs over adversity, while Kane's story is ultimately a tragedy. Despite facing numerous setbacks in his life, NBA YoungBoy has managed to achieve tremendous success as an artist and continues to inspire the youth with his music. On the other hand, O-Dog is arrested and Kane's story ends tragically, with him ultimately succumbing to the same cycles of violence and drugs that claim the lives of his parents and those around him. Through their art, we're able to gain a deeper insight and understanding of these often overlooked aspects on society. Life on the streets is a harsh reality for many people, and both NBA YoungBoy and Menace2Society provide an unflinching portrayal of this world. They shed light on the struggles faced by those who grew up in poverty-stricken neighborhoods, where violence and crime are often an everyday occurrence. They show us that no matter how or where we come from or what challenges we face in life, we all share similar struggles where it comes to survival on the streets or within our families. Cherish the life that you have from those around you, because you never know what can be taken from you or where you'll end up after your decisions. If you like this type of video, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. I got a few more of these already made, so I'll put them in the description down below or in the comment section down below, and you guys vote on which one you want to see next. But give me some feedback down below. Catch you guys in the next video. Peace.